How tricky is it getting up close and personal to the big cats to take photos of them?
Well, my life is very adventurous and dangerous at times. I do have to admit that, but I'm still here, luckily. It's difficult, it really is. You know, the most difficult part is finding something someone hasn't done before. So part of what I do is use remote cats to try to get images like the first wild image of a Sumatran tiger. And then shooting from a Jeep, you know, that's not too bad. The rhinos. And using these cameras in a way that people look at them in many instances and go, that looks fake. You know what? I love that idea.
Yeah.
Because they spent 10 seconds longer looking at that, processing that idea, because we're inundated with images.
Wonderful to know they're not fake. How much digital enhancement do you do?
We can't do any like the Hollywood cougar there. That took 15 months to get that image.
Really?
We're not allowed to use any Photoshop or anything, so it's all done on site. It's a 4-second exposure because the Hollywood sign's not lit. But now that image now is galvanizing Los Angeles to put the first wildlife overpass over the second busiest freeway in the United States. Help save these cats.
Amazing,
so it's good.
Yeah, good result.
So how does an enthusiastic and dreaming 8-year-old then end up achieving that dream of working on one of the world's greatest publications?
Well, I started out as a photojournalist and didn't even think about animals. I mean, seriously, I did not photograph an animal until I was 34 years old. It's all about storytelling, to tell the story of the animals, the people that live with them, and then, you know, kind of move forward into showing your portfolio geographic, getting your foot in the door, and never looking back.
Have there been any moments, and we're seeing, I mean, obviously taken on a very long lens, moments of fear that
well, 100%,
cats have decided to take you on? Some of them were shot on long lenses, but most of them are wide angles, because I work with people that I can trust, because trust me, I have no background in this. And there's many moments where your heart's in your throat, you can't breathe, and your camera's shaking so much you don't think you're going to be able to get a good image of it.
And you're looking at them with a particular look. How are they looking at you?
Here's lunch.
You know, yeah, exactly. You are lunch, but they don't like us. We use deodorants, have shampoos, we smell funny. It's like, you know, it's like, move along.
Get out of my space.
And I love that. It's like, yes, I will move along.
Yes,
thank you for
yes,
not.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you say. Thanks for letting me take your photograph, and now I'm out of here.
Well, look, we do have that dreadful story this week of that very precious and prized lion being killed. But I guess that the real story wrapped around the shooting of Cecil the lion and what might happen now is that this thing called canned hunting does go on and is a big part of some safari parks in Africa. As someone who supports conservation, are they a good thing or not?
I don't believe canned hunts are good at all, and also they have a very dark side that's growing bigger and bigger that people don't know about. There's a huge Chinese influence in Africa, and canned hunts now rely on grown lions, like lion farms. Now, a good part of those lions are being exported out of Africa for bones and skins that are used in tiger bone wine. Well, they have lion bone wine instead. They still call it tiger bone wine. And it just shouldn't happen. It's part of the culture. National Geographic Big Cat Initiative has a great way to save lions with Build a Boma, and now we have this 5 for big cats. Arnold Schwarzenegger just did it, give a high five for big cats. But we're trying to save these animals, and it's part of the culture. It has to be changed. There are areas in Africa where this hunting happens once or twice a year and benefits the local community, gives money back to them, so they don't kill these animals that maybe eat their livestock or whatever. But this instance, totally illegal, despicable, and canned hunting should be totally ended, because this dark side of it is just growing because there's so much money involved.
And that's the point. Now, viewers wanting to see you, Steve, you're doing a series of live stage shows around the country showing off your art.
I am doing
bunch of presentations and what it is, my life photographing big cats. So it's full of adventure, starting with the first time a jaguar visited me while I was sleeping in a one-room shack on top of a mountain in Guatemala reading my book, to all the way through tigers. So we do jaguars, snow leopards, cougars, and tigers. And it's my adventure in my life. So I enjoy telling these stories, and it's a great evening of big cat.